Well, hi, good morning. Thank you for keeping me company here in my shop. Today is December 10th, and the weather forecast here is snow all day and on into tomorrow, I believe. So, light snow though, nothing heavy, just a light snow. I guess outside there must be at least 15 centimeters, maybe 20 centimeters of snow on the ground now here, and it's obvious that it's not going away. It's going to be here till the spring at this point, I'm pretty sure of that. So, what about... I think he heard something up there once, but now he wants to go up there and listen again. Hear anything? Who knows what he hears? So today, hopefully, this is the last day that this radio is in my shop. It's been in here much longer than I had expected. And today is about aligning it. Now, I had started the alignment a number of days ago, and then the radio failed, and then I did all that work, and now I'm back to aligning it again. I got about halfway through the process, but I think I'm going to start it right from scratch again. I did get a chance to note the accuracy of the dial here. When you're aligning these things, you do the low end, then you do the high end. When you do the high end of the band, it can affect the low end a little bit. I didn't do a back and forth thing on the alignment. I was just doing one, then the other, and then moving on. This gives me a chance to see the effectiveness of that, and it wasn't very good because I was out about a whole 10 kilohertz here, one whole line. Certainly not very, not really a big deal, but I've come this far. Time to make this guy really work well. So I'm going to do the whole alignment again. This time, hopefully, it'll be accurate right across the dial. Now, you may have noticed this red connector that I've put in here. This has got a wire that runs to the AVC. So if I hook a meter up to this, I can read the AVC voltage. Same thing this guy's doing, except when you flip the radio off of AVC, this meter is no longer accurate or stops working entirely. The other meter, this one, will keep going, so I can continue to read the actual bias voltage or something that's relative to the bias voltage on the tubes as I adjust the RF gain, and that's why I have this. Okay, I think we should turn it on, get it warmed up, and maybe listen to a little bit of radio just before we start. Before I start doing the alignment. Yeah, let's check it out a little bit. Let's listen to this guy. I was really impressed yesterday. Okay, let's check its operation here.
Dire de quoi il parle. Non, mais moi je trouve que c'est super important. Je pense qu'en Occident, on avait perdu pendant quelques années. On a délocalisé un ensemble d'industries. Ça a détruit le type social de beaucoup de petites villes où les gens avaient...
शुक्र करा तेरा हर तंबे जो मंगया सो पाया अपने दिन की शुरुआत करो अपने खुलवा दे नाम दे
यह जो देख के अल्लाह तबारक व तआला आज़मा रहा है मैं उसकी पकड़ से तौबा करती हूँ
Continuing to be gusty tomorrow, sun and cloud, chance of flurries. We're below seasonal through the weekend. Our guaranteed high today, +2.
Right now downtown, some light snow, +1. And because we did not miss the weather guarantee, the jackpot climbs to $22,000.
Old ones. A weather jackpot.
Well, the switches really, these are the things that guide and tell the streetcar.
Failed to apply. Now, someone somewhere thought it was a great idea to spray them.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Just realize an interesting corollary. If you take your phone and maybe you're looking at, I don't know, X or Twitter or something like that. I don't do those things, by the way, but you hold your phone and you skip by, listen a bit. 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 Same thing. Huh.
The laundry list of crimes.
I've been really encouraged by the way Ingram shares the ball. Like his playmaking looks better to me than it did with.
You have some that are just, it's so bad. I think that will kill their season.
Let's try some shortwave now. This is the best radio I've ever operated. I'm pretty sure. It's fantastic. Up, up, up. We're going to go right up to the 19 meter band here. Okay. WWV should be here. Can't pick it up. Too much snow. So I have not aligned this band yet. I only got halfway. Starting here, I only got it halfway. So this is the way it is. This is FT8. Very weak. Oh, there's a blast that's come from the sun. I wonder if that's killing things. Let's take a look at that for a moment. What I'm talking about is a CME is coming from the sun, and it was supposed to be here yesterday, I think. Well, let's take a look at the situation there. Hang on a second here while I just flip a few things. Here we are. Okay, here we go. Okay, geomagnetic storms possible this week. Yesterday, a significant, let me just reload this because it might be old news. It is old news. Here we go. Weak impact fails to produce strong storm. As predicted, coronal mass injection. Just checking to make sure my microphone's working here. Okay, so there is nothing going on. There's nothing going on at the moment, I'm pretty sure. Okay, back to listening to the radio. Come on, you can refocus. Come on, camera. That's just a little too close. So we're listening to WWV at 20. You can see where the dial actually is. It's not at 20. I thought we picked it up at 25. I didn't even know WWV was still on 25. I thought we picked it up there. Not today.
Hey, 722 in the Manola, 147, right back, come out. Okay, 720. I'm looking right downtown your town, dumb nigga. Boy, you got the dumb nigga ready to look out, man. Alright, man. I'm gonna use the bike and see what the road going on. I just came back, man. Hey, Big Dog, I got no condition Naples, Florida this morning. My skill running too low, but I guess I'm gonna try to say good morning to you, Big Dog. Hey, Big Dog, you know what it is in Naples, Florida with no condition, Roger?
Big signal here. It just disappeared. Oh, coming back. Sounds like sideband. Handband up here. Not gonna hear anything though. Okay, I think that's enough fiddling around. No question, the radio is working quite well, but you can see the dial is off a little bit, and that's what I want to approach first off. Well, that's what's going to get fixed. I don't want to approach it. I'm talking without thinking now. Coffee time. I'm doing the 15 to 30 meter band. Everything's been going really well with this alignment, so I thought, well, let's let you see this one happen. Now I've already done the low end of the band. I'm up on the high end of the band. I'm doing this at 29 megahertz, but the radio is actually receiving 29.5 megahertz. If you listen to it. Now there's no modulation. I'm doing this without modulation, so just listen to the turn it up a little bit. So even though dialed in at 9.5, this is the worst. 9.5. It's dialed in at 29 rather, but it's receiving 29.54. So it's way off. Okay, so I have the proper tool. Trying my best not to make a mistake here. See, just there's a little tidbit of metal right in the end here to engage with the control. The rest of it is plastic. This is all plastic. Yeah, look at how sensitive this radio is when I stick this in. Some trouble engaging. Ooh. What was that? Strange thing that just happened. It's like a little bit of a weird tone, weird low, I don't know. Well, I'm not being able to engage in the L here. That's the problem. This is the first, I haven't had trouble right up until now. Of course, I turned the video on, and guess what happens? Yeah. Well, it's sitting right there. Let's line this up this way. I don't want to go. Okay, so we'll try this one. This one has the blade sticking right out. Okay, I'm engaged now. You can see it putting the tool in has caused the radio to drift off. So how far off? So I had it tuned, so we'll find out how far off. That far. That far. So we got to compensate by which way now? So this is the error. The error. I gotta get this right. I'm gonna get this backwards. So what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Put it on 29. Never mind that. Find this. Okay, we want to go down, so I'm going to turn this number down a little bit. Figure out which way to turn the screw. Oh, it's stuck. Ooh, that's a tough one to turn. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay, so I turned it quite a ways. Let's see how far we got. 9.3. Sticky. 9.2. Okay, so I set this to 9.1 and we'll continue on and cross it. There it goes. There we are. Very close. 29. So I'll put it right on 29. You hear my cat outside crying. He wants to come in. I'm not letting him in. Here we go. Watching the meter now. Too much signal. How far off are we? So we're low. So I'm going to tune this high by that amount. And then set this at peak. Got it. There we are. 29 on perfect. Okay, so that sets the oscillator. That makes the dial accurate. Now we got to tune all the rest of the stuff here. So we're at the high end using the CCC. Don't make a mistake. It's very easy to put it in the wrong spot. Okay, watching the meter now. Let me first check, make sure the radio is tuned maximum. Yep. There we go. This is very loose, easy to turn. Okay. Next one in the C. Ooh, we got a little extra there. So I've had, most of these have been pretty close, but I've had one or two of them way out, like way, way out, which makes me a little nervous. How to get way, way, way out. But, let's turn this down. We got it. So that's that band. So we'll go down. Let's see this. No, I got no antenna on it. So what are we gonna do? So we'll go in the middle of the band. We'll pick let's say 22. Oops. Dial it in. Okay, that's as accurate as I can set it. Now what do we get up here? That's the question. 22. Way off. 21.7. Yeah. Huh. So on 22, but I'm picking up 21.7 at 22. Maybe the 15 didn't work out. Let's go down there. We'll stop at 16. 16 and lining it up. 16 megahertz. 16. It's a mile low. Way low. What happened? What happened here? Maybe I started at the top by accident. I shouldn't have turned the camera on. That's for sure. Okay, we'll set this to 15. I'm sure I started at 15 because I was thinking about WWE. I'm sure I did the low end. 15. It's way off. It's 40 miles off. So sometimes you got to go back and forth and do these low end, high end, low end, high end, and slowly work it in. A little disappointing. I haven't had that happen yet. Every other band, it's just been rock solid. I just have to go through it once. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe I messed up. Okay, in the L. In the L. I want this to be 15. Go up a bit. This way. So just finding out which way to turn the control. So go up. This was supposed to be a really simple demonstration. It's turned out to be a tough one. I cranked this way down, now I'm cranking it back up. What happened there? Okay, should be pretty close to 15 now. Because the tool's in the, the tool is disturbing me. I used to line my other radio with a screwdriver from a sewing machine with a long metal shaft and a small point. Sticking the whole metal shaft going in there. So, we got this guy set to 15 again. But let's go through and do the inductors. See ya. Something happening here. That was kind of weird, eh? Seemed to really improve there for a moment. Well, the peak is showing up. Okay. I'm in the L. I'm at the low. At the low. 15. I don't know. This doesn't feel right. I don't think I'm in the... I don't think I'm in. Oh. It's dead. That's good. Well, let's try again. In the L. On the antenna. Look, now I got it. Something funny going on in there. Okay, leave that one alone. That's all for that. The low end in the L. In the L. Just another tool. Okay, in the L. So what could have happened is I may have accidentally done a C when I should have been doing an L or something like that. It could easily happen. Not even realize you've done it. Look at this. Wow. Okay, so now we're tuned up nice on 15. What about up at the other end? 29. I have to tune this radio with one eye open. That's 29. Here comes 29. It's way high. So we're pushing it up and down like this. Wow, that's really so I'm going to stop the camera because this is going to go on now for a long time, I'm pretty sure. So you certainly got the idea. It's a painful do about 15 minutes of this. Okay, so I've finished the alignment on the radio. Went pretty well. Do the low end, then check the high end, then come back, check the low end, and it turns out it hung on even though I adjusted the high end. A lot of radios, you adjust the high end, the low end goes off too, but this one not so much. So consequently, I think it's all tuned up really good, and should be fairly accurate on the dial. So the next thing is we're going to run around through the radio bands for a while and see what we can pick up. Cool. Okay, let's see what the radio can pick up. Might as well stay. I'm always being up. I'm too high a band here. I'll go on this band here. We'll start at the very top. Up in the ham radio band, followed by the CB band, and we're just going to proceed down. I won't say too much while I'm doing this. Carry on. Hopefully you can see the numbers in here now as we go. Like the BFO injection strength is too low in this radio, and although I'm turning on the BFO, it's just not able to clarify single sideband stuff. Oh, that's too bad. But let's carry on.
Station so far now, man.
Signal generator. I don't know what this is. Let's turn this guy off. It's not that. Some dead carrier here. see it though. There is some BFO, I just don't think it's strong enough. Nothing. It's the carrier with no modulation. Teletype. Teletype here.
So it's a really nice place to go and check out. Also, you can check us out on Reddit. And we are a subgroup on Reddit. And it's Grundig Shortwave Radio. And you can go over there. You don't have to have a Grundig radio to join that group. All radios are welcome. All posts from different radios are welcome. But you can go ahead and check us out there. I do post on there some updates and actual reception reports. Some stuff involving VOSR International and some not. So it's a nice group, and you can ask questions.
Okay, I think that's very, very typical reception, good reception. Let's go down to the broadcast band, and we'll run our way through that once. Starting at 540. Isn't 530 at the bottom? 530 I thought. Here we go.
इमिग्रेशन कंपनी का नंबर बोले थे आईसीसी इमिग्रेशन एमडी आरडी ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਸਲਾਹ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੇਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਫਾਈਲ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਗੇ एमडी आरडी आईसी आईसी नहीं आईसीसी ओके एड्रेस बोलो 1137 डेरी रोड ईस्ट मिसिसागा टेलीफोन 905
younger. So I'm glad to hear about these sorts of games, both good and bad, because
Stephen Guilbeault, whether you agree with him or not, I think took a very honorable route. He said, I can no longer be a member.
In a Scotty Barnes jersey inside the arena. Maybe no one saw it on the broadcast, but they showed him like 3 times, and every time they showed him, he started grooving out. He's probably 2 years old or something like that, and anytime they showed anyone else but him, that person got booed, and then they put him back on. The guy had stage presence every single time.
Radio pairing for traditional spread.
Very good receiving. 610 here. Very good.
However you holiday, here's your seat.
The other individual just went out the door right away, and because I held on to that guy, he dropped the laptop.
Yeah, look, I'm not victim blaming, by the way.
But overall, the policy level is appropriate at this point.
Given how we see things right now, we think the policy rate is about right. To keep inflation close to 2%, given that we're at the lower end of our neutral range, just providing a little bit of support to the economy to help it work through this structural adjustment.
Macklem says they'll have a reassessment on the economy in January and will be data dependent on future policy announcements. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Eppel.
Well, it's been almost a year and a half since...
got Rick.
और इन सब के इंश्योरेंस मिलाकर मैंने जबरदस्त सेविंग
Rick
की
rolled.
और ये जादू किया है ऑल स्टेट पिकरिंग एजेंसी के रजब पाशा ने। आप भी अपनी गाड़ी और घर के इंश्योरेंस में
qui ont accompagné des moments clés pour le meilleur ou pour le pire. Puis ce qui fait de la bonne musique, là, au final, c'est vraiment un mélange de, évidemment, l'intention des artistes, mais surtout de l'écoute.
Your exclusive WBEN 7 weather forecast. Snow this morning will mix with some rain as we head toward late morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures today in the upper 30s. We'll have that rain-snow mixture change back to snow tonight as temperatures drop into the teens. We'll see a few inches of accumulation down in ski country. Thursday, breezy and colder with the low to mid-20s with snow showers mainly south of Buffalo. With your exclusive WBEN 7 weather forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Aaron Minkowski. The first, the second.
Pretty easy to find with the video, and she was charged with assault as well, and a warrant was issued for her arrest, and she turned her...
Why wouldn't you want him to play against these defenses? And then he did come back.
What's that?
Satan now. He hasn't yet. So Satan will continue to have his way, but he promises, Jesus does. Matthew 16:18. Let me go over it.
-2, Toronto under snow for warning है और आज का हाईएस्ट 1 रहेगा, लोएस्ट -6 स्नोई डे। कल से तापमान हाईएस्ट -5, लोएस्ट -10 तापमान दिखाई खबरों की सुर्खियां आप सबकी खिदमत में। नई लिस्ट बताती है बिगेस्ट बायर्स मार्केट इन कनाडा।
Trying to see if I could take this weak signal and somehow magically make it strong. No, not really. That's about it. I mean, there's a lot more AM band left, but there's really nothing on it at this time of day that's worth hunting down. I hear my cat is still calling for me outside. So I think the situation is the radio is 100% now. I think it's all done. And it's leaving my shop, I'm pretty sure, this time. And going to its listening spot, and I better start making some videos from where I listen to these radios, because everybody must be wondering what happens to all these radios in the end after they leave my shop. Well, they get listened to. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching this extended series here. I thought I was going to do a couple of days on this radio, and it turns out I've done a couple of weeks on it. But I'm happy with the outcome, obviously, and I'm happy to have done the work because now it's done. I can turn this thing on. I don't have to worry about a capacitor popping in it, which I think was probably its destiny if I hadn't done all this work. So, and its reception is fantastic. I can't wait to compare this to my other SP-600, which I'm sure is not in nearly as good a shape as this one. Yeah, I think so. Well, fantastic. So you have a great day. I'm off to shovel my driveway now. See ya.